Imagine going into a room where just walking in changes the mood. People will value your entry, your contributions will be noticed right away, and people will want to hear your thoughts. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's the result of learning an ancient art that is full of Stoic wisdom. You are about to learn 7 powerful psychological tricks that can make you more important and raise your status in any atmosphere. You know what it's like to be ignored and underrated. You try hard, but even in the middle of the day, it looks like you're just a shadow. A lot of people have this story, but it doesn't have to be yours. Stoicism teaches us something that doesn't make sense. True worth comes from within and isn't lessened by oversight from the outside. Still, becoming more important to other people can help you in big ways, whether it's in your personal or professional life. The methods we're going to talk about aren't just ideas. They work, have worked in the past, and can be used again. They will not only help you feel stronger, but they will also get you the praise you deserve. As we talk about these strategies, keep in mind that they are not just techniques. They are part of a process that changes your whole mindset, starting with how you see yourself and spreading outward. Stay with me if you want to be recognized and given priority. It's not about getting someone's attention for a short time. It's about making a strong presence that lasts and has an effect long after your first contact. Let's begin the process of making you more recognized and important. Number 1, take charge of your area. Let's get to the point. Why settle for second place in life? You wouldn't settle for second place at work, on the pitch, or at the gym. Being humble is more important than anything else. Put your time and energy where it counts when you choose to. If you don't see each other's worth, it's time to reevaluate your relationships. By going to places where people recognize your worth, you naturally raise your standing. Remember that you don't control how other people see you, but you do control how you see yourself. If you want to be the star of your own life story, you should start by making yourself the lead in your own. Number 2, learn how to be present, even when you're not there. The most valuable item is the one that is hardest to get. In that case, gold would be worth the same amount as dirt. Use this for your appearance. As time goes on, being always on tap makes you blend in with the background, making it easy to miss. No Stoic teacher ever earned respect by always being ready to help. To keep things easy, be the gold and not the gravel. It's not about keeping track of your time like a miser or playing games. It's about having a life that is so interesting, full of passion and meaning that you can't be available for everything. You're not hiding, you're rising up and doing things that make your mind stronger and your soul stronger. This is the most important part. When you give someone your time, it's not just another time slot, it's an event that person will feel. Number 3, keep your orbit and get their attention. Explore the riddle of desire. Things that run away from the world are chased by it. The rarest gifts are the ones that are hard to get. If you make someone your sun and your whole world revolves around them, you might end up becoming just another star in your relationship, reliable, steady, and taken for granted. Think about the opposite, a life where you are the sun and other people are drawn to you. It's about making your life so full and interesting that you don't need to revolve around anyone else. Your interests, projects, and growth will pull them in. Being hard to forget is what it's all about, not being hard to get. It's said that the grass is always greener on the other side. It's true. People are usually interested in things that are out of reach, empty, or sovereign. You become the better grass when you stay committed to your path, but don't make it the center of your life. You're not distant. You're just in line with yourself. When you're in sync with yourself, you become a mystery, a task, and a goal. Being there is no longer a given. It's a prize. They'll start to want your attention instead of the other way around all of a sudden. You can become important in their lives without even asking for it. This is the meaning of aura. Number 4, have the power to take a step back. Being ready to fold them up and walk away is the highest form of self-respect. Being ready to step back is the purest form of self-prioritization, whether it's in a bargain, a bad deal, or a relationship where one person gets what they want. Stoicism tells us to not care about what happens, and instead focus on what we do and what we believe in. It's not about giving up, It's about taking action for your own health in the big stage of life. It is just as important to know when to leave the stage on the left as it is to enter. This is neither a hasty nor a surrendering move. It's a planned retreat. Remember that the strongest position you can ever have is one in which you don't need any one result to happen. There's a warning flare that goes off every time you're ready to walk away. It says, "I value myself enough not to settle." This is not about being cocky. It's about being sure of yourself. The moment you start to move away is often the moment when others move closer because they know what they stand to lose. Giving up isn't an end. It's a statement of worth. You can think about things and weigh the scales of your life during this time. Should you spend your time, energy, and heart on this? If not, you are strong, brave, and wise enough to take those resources away and put them somewhere where they are appreciated and recognized. Be careful with this power and use it with a pure heart. You might find that taking a step back is the most important thing you can do. When you do that, everything else may move forward as well. Number 5, make yourself afraid of losing yourself. Demonstrating to the world what it means to miss you is a strong plan. Everyone knows this. We don't always understand how valuable something is until it's gone. It's not about manipulating them. It's about showing how valuable you are on your own. The Stoics thought that being self-sufficient and not relying too much on approval from others were important. This isn't about teasing or ignoring someone. That's not quite right. It's about putting your time and feelings into something that might not happen. Back off a bit. Make their appearance something they have to earn. Spread your time and energy between your relationships and interests. Something changes when you do that. They begin to wonder what has changed with you. That empty space you leave makes me think about how valuable I am. The fear of losing your place in their life is the worst. It's important to be careful with this. You're not going away. Your attention is just shifting. Your world is big and full of places and people who value you too. Show them that you value them. If you do it right, you'll strike a balance that makes them see how valuable you are and want to put you higher on their list of responsibilities. Remember that people notice a man who knows what he's worth. Your balanced exit shows how much you're worth. Not to make them chase you, but to show them what they'll lose if they don't take the lead. Number 6, what draws people to unspoken mysteries? I've always been drawn to mysteries. People tend to share too much these days, so holding back is a way to show power. Stoics know how important it is to be quiet and keep their strength in check. When it comes to relationships and exchanges, it's not only not necessary, but also a bad idea to show all of your cards. The people you meet should deserve to know everything they do about you. So, how do you keep up this mystery? Start by giving just enough to get people interested, not the whole story, but enough to get them interested. Let your passions, hobbies, and goals out slowly, not all at once. If someone asks you about your past, paint a picture with big ideas instead of specifics. This isn't lying, it's being careful. This method makes the other person want to lean in, ask questions, and find out more. When you do that, you become the puzzle they have to figure out. For them, the fact that you're not an open book makes you more important. In everything, there's always more to explore and learn. You're basically taking them on a trip to find the treasure that is getting to know you. They won't find this treasure on the ground, though. It's secret, valuable, and worth the work. People are wired to value things they don't fully understand, which is how you get into their thoughts and become important to them. Number 7, the art of silence. There is a lot of noise and talk in the world, but silence says a lot. Sometimes the silence of your speech can be louder than the sound of it. If you always reach out and start the talk, you might make other people think less of you without meaning to. It's in our nature to chase things that run away from us. Think about how strong a quiet method is. When you don't say much, you make it clear that your attention is valuable and should be earned. It's not about tricks or games. It comes from having a lot of respect for yourself. It's a strong show of independence, in line with the Stoic idea that inner peace and happiness come from within, not from approval from others. You make space by holding off on your urges to make touch. The other person can move towards you in this area. It shows that they are interested and that they value your connection. If they reach out, it shows that you're still connected. If they don't, it tells you something important about where you really stand. You shouldn't use this strategy to test the other person. Instead, it should be used to change the way you connect with them. It gives both of them a chance to think about things. When the talk starts up again, it's more balanced, and both sides have a greater appreciation for what was said and the people who took part. Finally, your conversation should be like a valuable item. It should be sought after and not wasted. This is the height of Stoic wisdom, knowing when to speak and when to let quiet speak for itself. As we pull back the curtain on these 7 strategies, it's important to make sure that your approach is based on the underlying mindset. You make your own worth and decide what will happen in your life. These tactics aren't just tricks. They come from the Stoic tradition, which values inner strength and the power of a self-reliant spirit. They show strength and poise. Remember that these strategies can tip the odds in your favor, but they're not magic spells that will make people put you first. People have free will, which means they can make their own decisions. These tips will help you show that you are a valuable person who doesn't settle for less. By taking these steps, you're not just trying to change how other people see you, you're also trying to raise your own value. Whether it's finding happiness inside, keeping a bit of secret, or strategically withdrawing your presence, each step is meant to boost your self-esteem. It's also a journey of balance, finding the right mix between being kind and self-respect, being available and feeling important, and investing in others while also protecting yourself. The Stoic view says that this balance is what makes a life worth living. Do not forget to be mindful and honest as you start down this road. Use these tactics to help you, but let your personality lead you. Thank you for investing your time with us. As you step forward, remember that the most significant priority is to live a life true to yourself, with wisdom, courage, and a sense of Stoic serenity. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Join our community of like-minded individuals, where we dive deep into the art of living with purpose and conviction. By subscribing, you're not just gaining access to content, you're claiming your spot in a brotherhood that values the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation.